Hello everyone, this is David J. St. Hill from DJSH Music, and I'm really excited today to show you the first of a four-part collection of massive presets. This one that I'm going to show you today is called Augmented, and it's atmospheric, electronica, and film score type sound set. There's 32 patches overall, and you get 10 pads, 10 leads, 10 sequence sounds, and 2 soundscapes. So I'm really excited to show you this. This will be my first release. Not my first time doing sound design in Massive, but my first actual release. So I'm super excited about it. Just before I start, a few things. One, I'm not a fan of the reverb in Massive. I'm not sure what it is. Something that I don't really like. But I have put reverb on these sounds, so they sound great out of the box. But if you can, turn off the reverb and use your own. You might have like, I don't know, whatever good reverb you have. Use that, not the one in Massive. It's not that great for some reason. Also, you'll notice with a lot of these sounds, see down here, or if you're in the browser menu, they'll be at the top here. Most of these sounds do have macro controls, so look out for those, and I'll explain about what some of them do. And they're somewhat universal, so all the pads have certain ones and all the leads have certain ones. But again, because this is done in Massive, it's done using synths and not Kontakt, you can delete them, you can add your own, you can change them, which is why I'm really excited about releasing this library, because I really encourage you to take the sounds that I have done, and with a few clicks and switches and menu changes, you can have a completely new sound that you can call your own, and so you don't have to start from scratch. But this library is great if you're just starting out, or if you're a seasoned veteran. I've tried to cater for everyone, and try to get the highest quality that I could do from Massive. But again, if you don't agree with the EQ, you can change that. If you don't like the effects, you can change that. There's no problem. It's great. Each to their own, as they say. Okay, so here you can see in the Augmented folder, they're listed all here. LD is lead, PD is pad, SC is soundscape, and SEQ is sequence sounds. So if we just start from the top, work our way to the bottom, and I'll explain as I go. Okay, so this one's called 1% Health, and this one is the lead sound. Okay, and I just scroll down to the next preset. This one's called Hong. And I'll explain about some of the macros. Again, you can assign these to any fader or MIDI CC that you've got. Let's do it up here so you can see it a lot easier. Okay, verb adds more reverb. Filter envelope, if you put it all the way back, more snappy. Attack all the way open is a more sloppy, so to speak. And this is universal for all the leads. Crush on some of these leads, they have been put before the filter, so it's just a slight, almost I guess you could call it like a sonic sort of fluff. So it's not crushing the whole sound. A lot of it's being filtered off, but it adds a nice little texture to the top, like nice crispness, which I like. which you're about to hear if you're wearing good headphones or good pair of speakers. You pick that up. Okay, so let's go to the next. We've got human. So again, these are great for dance, electronic productions, and you know, I mean, it says film score, but you can use this game score, TV score, and you know, it says electronica, but you could use it for anything, if, you know, if you think it fits. Again, if we put the verb all the way up, open up the filter, we get a more ambient type sound. And then filter down, it's more snappy. Okay, this one's called Kong. Again, add some reverb. Open up the filter. Again, just like all the others. Let's go down. This one's called Maximum. Again, open up the filter. Nanotech. And I like this one. This sounds really good when you open up the filter and add just a touch more reverb. Okay, let's go to the next one. Sloppy Jen. Spare parts. And again, like I said before, change the reverb, change the effects, add whatever you want, mess with the filters, you know, do all of this. I encourage it. It'd be cool to hear what other people come up with. So let's move on to vintage. next one, XP. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the pad section. No real macro controls here because there's a lot of stuff going on with the filters and the pitch and stuff. So there's a lot of expression already. And so if you want to change these sounds, just sort of change the filters a bit and you'll get a different sound. So this one's called Bad Guys. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. This one's called Bubbles. Okay, so we'll go to the next one now. Data. So again, some of these are more playable, some of them are more atmospheric, but not so much that I would class them as a soundscape. So okay, this one's called Discovery. End of the line. And these are great if you're doing film or game scores and you play them all the way down on the low side of the keyboard. You get some really nice like drone type sounds. Multiple choice. So again, especially with these pads, I had lots of fun doing this, and if you've seen my work on texture, then you'll know I love like these evolving, moving type sounds, and it's really fun to do it in something like massive. And and for the third time I say again, I am really excited, just so people can get their hands on this and change it and make their own stuff and keep coming back to it and changing it again and putting it in their projects and stuff. So, Picus. So again, a very clean sounding pad. I do like that one. Research, this is one of my favorites probably. This one's called Street of Rage. This one's just called Streets. Okay, now we go to our two soundscapes. These were just put in because they didn't really fit into a pad and they weren't really melodic, but they were some really cool sounds. So there's just two of them. There's one called Sewers and it sounds like this, and it's great to have a sustain pedal for this one, and you could just sort of slowly bring in notes and stuff like that. It's almost got that Terminator, like the original Terminator style vibe. Okay, now this one is probably, I don't even know how I come up with this sound. It was just one of those things where you just experiment, and I stumbled across something and it immediately clicked, how it should go, what it should be called. So this one's called Steam Siren, and it sounds like this, and you just press one key, or it works great if you play fifths, but play them apart, and I'll show you why. So yeah, I just hit a C key like this. Fifth, or even better, if you play an octave up and a semitone up from the original note that you played, you get this really haunting, jarring siren sound. And they start to clash in, and all the steam starts to clash. Again, it's just a really cool sound. I thought really fit the whole atmospheric type, like sirens in the background type thing. So, okay, here's now probably my favorite part of the library, and this is the part that I started first. These are the sequence sounds, and these have the most control of everything. Again, there's the filter cutoff, and I'll show you what that does. The unison, which is really a cool feature. The crush, like I said before, it comes before the filter, so it adds something. Again, fluff, whatever you want to call it. Now, verb, this works differently to how you might think. A lot of these sounds, when they play high up, they sound great with reverb, but then if you play it down low, for some reason they weren't sounding as great. And again, it's the reverb, like I said. Doing this in Zebra, the reverb still works really, really well when you play low down. With Massive, not so much. So basically, when it's all the way down, it means you're getting the full reverb, and if you put this all the way up, it turns it off. I know it's sort of opposite, but it's just a quick thing I just put in there, so it allows you to play it down low without it sounding strange. And I'll show you in a second. So this one's called Air Vent. So again, if I play it up high, just how it is. And of course, these are all tempo synced to whatever tempo you have. I just have it at 110 because that's how I like doing these sequence sounds. Okay, so the filter all the way left, as you can hear, the sound gets tighter. And as you open it up, and I'll show you what I mean with the low end. So if I play down low, I mean, it sounds okay, but if you turn the verb off, just sonically, it's a lot more nicer. The subs come through more, and I'll play it back up high again. Add the reverb back in. Okay, now I'll open the filter up to show you this. But unison, if you turn it all the way down, it's a very clean sound. Turn it up, it gets a bit more augmented, I guess just you could say. It gets a bit more dirty, a bit more gritty. The unison works great up high, not so much down low, because then it gets like really muddy. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. This one's called Divided. Again, clean sound. Turn the verb off, play it down low. I mean, you can put a tiny bit in. But especially when you have the filter a lot tighter, the reverb just makes it all cloudy and muddy and not so great. And also, it sort of gives the perception of it being a close, and obviously it's a dry sound. So then when you add this reverb, it does push it back slightly. Okay, this one's called Focus. So these sounds really cool. These type of sounds always sound really good down low. Okay, let's get to the next one. This one's called Loading. But this one sounds really good down low. Real nice subby. This one's called Station. This one's one of my favorites. It's called The Brain, and it sounds like this. Real sort of sci-fi type sound. Again, you can get it really, really tight. Yeah, I love these sounds really down low. They sound great. Mix it with like hi-hats and percussion and stuff, and perfect for sci-fi scores, action scores. Mix it up, add just staccato strings, add ostinato, add percussion. But just real snappy. I really like that. This one is the brother of it, you could say, called The Heart. This one's called Tongue Tracer. Trilateral. This one's called Welcome to Detroit. Yep. Okay. So there we have it. That's the full walkthrough of Augmented. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, 35 minutes, not too bad. I just want to make sure I went through every single sound. I didn't want you to, buy this library thinking it was one way, then you get it and it's not. Because I've had that plenty of times where you hear a few sounds and you think, oh, this is gonna be great, I'll buy it, and yeah, those few sounds are great, but the rest aren't so great. So again, buy it, change it. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, reverb important. It sounds great. I think it sounds great. It sounds fine. Don't forget to turn the bass, the reverb off when you're playing the sequences down low. Yeah, look out for the next collection. There should be 4 of them. There's this one. There's a more horror, like texture type one. A more percussion, synth percussion type one. They all have like leads and pads, but some of them, their speciality is in different things. What's the other one? And a more bass throb type one. So a lot of these sequence sounds, but more perfectly made for like those low down basses that you hear in like 24, Splinter Cell, any modern day action thriller you can think of. Harry Gregson Williams, John Powell, Hans Zimmer, all those type of people, the type of stuff they kind of use. So look out for that as well. This library will be $9.99 and it will be available from my website. You can go there and buy it now. I urge you to sign up because you'll receive 20% off texture. So if you ever thought about buying texture, you'll get 20% off that. You also get a pack of 10 free zebra sounds, so you can download those. There's a lead sounds, like real cool spacey leads. And you will also receive more free sounds over the, you sign up and over a few weeks you get, given some free stuff. Free contact libraries. I think I give away Ultimatum at one point. I seem to do that a lot. Yeah, the big thing I've got to say. Also, if you buy texture, that's $29.99, but then you get your discount off 20%. You'll also get 7 libraries free that come with it. See if I can remember them all. Ultimatum, Barbarian, Recall, Punisher, Hybrid Chronicles, Metal. There's another one. I can't remember, but 7 free libraries. No extra cost. You can, if you go to Sampleism and type in DJSH music, you'll find all the information about that, or if you just go on my YouTube, you'll find it. So thank you for listening to this, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the work. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And keep composing, keep working hard. I've spoken to a lot of great people recently through my website. People from Ireland, Australia, the UK, Canada, US, Chile, like all these crazy places, doing really good things. So keep up the great work, and I will see you next time when I'm not sure which one I'll bring out next. I'll probably ask my subscribers, see what they think. But yeah, thank you, and take care.